was like, well, Matt got all the penis of the family. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't know? You really don't know how big your son's wiener is? It's giant, Dad.
What does he do?
What are you talking about? That's all I could say. What are you saying? Like, I was crazy.
Like, you're not.
I was crazy. My brother didn't. Yeah, like I didn't know he had a huge fucking penis on him. And so I started breaking it down. I was like, look, nobody was meant to know. But his girlfriend sent a picture. Like, and it was neck down, full body in the mirror, dick out. And then the next one was like chest down, thumb on the penis. And his thumb looked like a baby hand. His penis was so big. It looked like a toddler holding a snake. His penis is so big.
An anaconda.
Literally a giant fucking meat piece.
That's how you don't shit your pants, but you shit into your
Okay,
pants.
that's good.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Wait a second, you're a bitch. I'm like, oh, like, are you wet right now?
I didn't.
You know what Bo said?
Here we go.
Are you fully bricked up after kissing?
No, you're not.
Fast forward.
That hurts.
And we're back.
Feels like we didn't even leave, dude.
It's like we never left.
It's like we never left.
45.
Number 45.
Episode 45.
I think this one's going to be a little more open.
And we're hot.
Yeah,
Feeling good.
definitely-
I feel great.
Yeah.
We're loose.
I feel really good.
I'll tell him we're back to back here. So we're not.
We went downstairs, got another drink, and
we're
ready
recording
to go.
the second episode.
We're here.
Ready to go.
That's what we don't love these clothes.
Now tell them why we have to do it in this style
Well-
versus being able to do it every week.
Carter's not allowed to see us very much.
There you go.
And
He gets 1 day a week.
1 day a week.
I think there was something said about, he gets 1 day a week for his friends.
I don't know much about that. I was outside. I was playing Grill Billy outside, but I think
I heard something about 1 day a week for friends.
his boss
And we
said
play basketball
something
every
like,
week.
"Yeah,
his
no,
boss. His boss.
I make him pick between
His-
basketball and
his
the show."
boss.
Yeah.
Mhm.
His boss.
Yeah, but we
We're
got him
having
here.
fun
so-
now. We're having fun.
Yeah, we got him here, so we gotta abuse it a
Back
little
to
bit.
back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
This was good.
To
I like
back.
this.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
So there's a song. What is that?
It's Drake back to back.
Is that the name of the song?
Yep, diss to Meek Mill.
Charged Up
Back
was
to back.
first.
Right?
Wasn't that good?
No, it wasn't.
Back to back.
Back to back was
Hey,
nice.
right
really good.
hand.
Mhm.
That's my go-to. Is that same song?
No, that's
I don't think those are the lyrics.
That's Right Hand by Drake. That's not the same song.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's good.
With my right hand. With my right hand.
Anyway,
Yeah,
we're
my
here.
go-to.
45. We know you guys love 44. Thank you guys for all the support. It's blowing up, to be honest with you. We had a lot of good stuff. Really good question
We had
last
J-Lo
week.
on.
J-Lo said we could have a
Yeah.
three-way.
And thanks to you guys for all the support on episode 44.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
guys.
It did crazy numbers.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we topped 43, but it is what it is. We're here now. And our weeks, I mean, mine was pretty
Just you had something about the dark web. Just go to that.
Dude, I've been in a wormhole of dark web.
Really?
Yes.
Like you found the dark web?
No. I'm too scared. But I would.
But you have the ability to get on the dark web.
Everybody has the ability. You just have to.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how, but you could find out how. So
What is the dark web?
I don't know what that means.
apparently it's undescribable. Any answer you want to a question is there. Like,
How much does a kidney cost?
well, that's like
That's
basic
easy.
level shit.
Yeah.
There was, are you familiar with the Silk Road? It's like a website designed to literally just buy, trade, sell drugs online with no
Yes.
trace. So there's like renditions of that. That's considered like dark web, but that's like very basic stuff.
Okay.
Apparently there's like stuff of monsters and creatures that people have never seen, but it looks too real to be like unreleased movie footage, or people describe colors that they've never seen before.
This would be
or-
really good for you in your like UFO thing, because I know you're big on that.
Oh, that's everywhere.
I'm a big UFO guy.
Everywhere. I saw this
so
video.
anybody,
I
okay,
hate-
before you go into the video you saw, anybody can find their way on the dark web.
You have to be
Or
instructed
do you
to.
have
It's not
to-
easy to do.
But if you have an internet connection and a computer, you could find it.
I would say yeah.
Okay. Anyways, the video you were
I
saying.
think Reddit is like your token to it.
Good video.
Nobody recommends it, nobody says to do it because
It's like
they
an
always
eye-
regret
like
it.
you- Yeah, you're like, oh,
Not
shit.
eye opening. It's like a I want to close my eyes forever kind
You
of
want to
thing.
close
Yeah.
the door.
Right.
I feel like for us though, we'd be okay with
We like
that.
to play in that.
This-
that
We'd be
arena.
okay with
Yeah.
that.
This
arena.
dude that I have been following a little bit described his experience with it, and he's like similar to us. You know, he enjoys, not enjoys,
Pussy.
but he can see somebody get their head cut
not
off
that, not that.
and not want to like cry.
Right.
And he's like, oh, that guy just got his head cut off.
Okay.
What's next?
Yeah.
And so I guess he
That's
somehow
how you
ends up.
describe us, huh?
I would, yeah. We went through
No,
the
you're-
gauntlet young.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was bad.
I didn't like the drowning one.
Oh yeah, the dude was like chained
I didn't
in the
go through that.
bathtub.
Yeah.
I never watched that.
That was
like
like
that
number
one.
13 or something. There's a lot of bad shit on
That
there.
one wasn't very good.
But this guy describes his, I guess, encounter with like a section of the dark web, where he looks into how to get there. He finds this website, and I guess it's super basic coding. Like it's just a light yellow page with like text, and that's it. No pictures, nothing, and it just translates from Latin. That says like, "What do you seek?" And he tried like a bunch of shit, meaning of life, whatever, and it was just like, that's not what you want to know. Kind of, this is like an AI.
Okay.
And it's kind of just like picking his brain, whatever. And then I guess the dark web is super like riddly, and
I could see that.
I don't even know how to describe, like super like philosophical riddly and
Reference.
puzzles and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about it because you don't really, but you've never.
I don't
experienced
understand it, yeah.
So you don't understand.
So he typed in what also seeks me, and that goes to the next page. And it's just like links and links and links. And so he clicks on them, and like one of the first ones is like those underground like tunnels in Europe that are supposed to be like super haunted and whatever.
Catacombs?
Yes. It's like a live feed of that. He's like, I watched that for a couple hours, nothing really happened, whatever. And then it was like this giant sea monster with like military fighting it, like live footage of that.
that would be fucking. Nuts.
Live
What?
footage of like
That's
war
cool.
people like raiding buildings, like pitch black. All you see is like a night vision view, and they're like shooting people and like going to new rooms and doing all this. And then one of them is like, what he just described it as just like a figure that he couldn't define what it was, like at all. It's like, I've never seen it. I don't know what it was.
Like a ghost?
No idea.
Is that like the vibe or no?
I have no idea. He couldn't explain it.
Okay.
And so like a prompt comes up, and it's like, are you satisfied? Yes or no? And he just goes into heavy detail of like, I wish I fucking hit yes so bad, but I wasn't. I wanted to see more. So he hits no. And now there's 4 links. So the first one he clicks on is the thing that I've kind of, that's like, I want to see it now. And it's just described as, I can't tell you what it is. I don't ever want to see it again. And I have no way of explaining it to anybody else of what I saw. But he just says there's colors that he's never seen before. There's things he's never seen before. And they're moving in ways that he's never seen them. Like he went in depth of like our dimensions that we have, like front, backwards,
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
down, whatever. He's like, this was nothing like
it did
that.
not apply.
They were just moving in a way that he could not understand. And
I feel
he's-
weird right now.
Is
Yeah.
is
I feel
crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
My
And
eyes
he's-
are watering.
He's like, I get a headache every time I think about just what I saw. And after that, he closed his laptop, fell asleep, and then woke up, and he was like, oh, I just need to get some fresh air. So right before he gets dressed, whatever, he's about to go outside, and he hears a knock on the door. Apparently these 2 men in suits are like, hey, we know what we did, or we know what you did. You're not in trouble. We're not here to hurt you. We just kind of want to talk. And so he's like, they didn't sound like harmful or hurtful. And so I open the door, and it's just these 2 guys in suits, and they're like, like, how was it? And he's like, honestly, I don't know what to tell you. And so they just kind of talk about it. He's like, well, go get us what you accessed it with, and we'll just be on our way. So he went up and grabbed his laptop and gave it to him. And they were like, I don't think we really have to tell you this, but don't do this again, and don't tell other people how to do it. And so I guess he kind of
Told
stuck
other
true to
people
that. No, well, he doesn't explain how to get there, but he kind of just talks about like his experience with it.
Yeah.
And all it did is make me want to try to get
Find
there.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I've been just wondering what the fuck is out there, because apparently anything you could ever want is on like the internet, the real internet.
There's anal out there.
Yeah, lots of anal. But he just described it as
Unlimited anal. There's-
like all the links he was clicking. He was saying that it wasn't a language that he like had recognized. Like it wasn't just different languages. It was symbols and marks that just weren't recognizable. Like out of this world is what he explained it. Like alien language. I don't know how to describe.
We should next podcast figure out
Try to figure out how to
on
get
the dark
there.
web.
We'll do it live and we'll
Do it
show
live.
you guys how to get there.
That's a great idea.
After seeing that video, I looked into a little bit on how to get into it, and I'm scared to do it because I don't know what's to come of it.
That's my issue. Is I'm scared to do it, but now hearing it, I want to do it.
I
'Cause
I want to
wanna
know
Yeah.
what colors I've
Yeah, I
never
want to
seen
know
before.
what that is.
Trying to think of a
Even
color
though
that
I know-
I can't think of.
Yeah.
After the fact, I'm probably going to regret that I went to find it. And look at it.
How have I never seen a blue green? I mean, I've seen a lot of colors.
Not this one.
What
But
color
the-
have I not?
But that's what I'm
seen?
saying. But you only know what you've experienced.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean? So
Yeah.
there's shit out there that if you've never experienced, like, oh, what the fuck is that?
Mhm.
You know what I heard the other day that I thought was crazy? So blind people. So if you're like a blind person, they were born blind, they were never able to see, they can feel a perfectly smooth sphere and then like a cube. And if at 40 years old they magically gain their sight, if you were to show them,
They wouldn't
like,
know.
They wouldn't know what the sphere if you said, okay, which one of these is smooth and which one of these had edges, and you just showed it to them and they weren't allowed to feel it, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Blind people are so stupid.
They're kind of dumb. Yeah.
I could close my eyes right now and tell you that this table's got a point,
got a
and I'd be like,
point.
"Oh yeah, I know what that feels like."
smooth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
They're just kinda
stupid.
You can't bring up any real like real things to these guys.
They're
The,
stupid.
the dark web will tell you why that is. But
So
I was-
that was a great story.
If this
That was
is
a great
true
story.
and two guys in suits showed up to your door after you went through that, that's some real shit.
Yeah, I
There's
think it
some
was.
shit going on that's like most people are not supposed to see this.
It was described like late at night, and then once he like woke up from like passing out, just because he was tired or whatever, and he like woke up to the knock on the door. That's pretty much what it was.
Makes me think of UFOs. Have you ever had any extraterrestrial experiences?
I wouldn't say extraterrestrial. I would say supernatural for sure.
You've had a supernatural experience. What was
Not-
your supernatural experience?
So not one of me personally, but I've been involved. Like I want to say like I've had sleep paralysis
Mhm.
before
That shit is
to where it's.
Have you had that too?
I had it recently. I was telling him about it.
Mine was I was probably within the last 2 years I've had my most recent one,
Okay.
and they're all bad energy, black magic, demonic, whatever you want to call it. The ones that I've had.
They say you see the same figure. Like everybody sees the same because I looked into
I
it.
just got goosebumps. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like whenever I talk about this shit, I fucking hate it because
so
Yeah.
so what did you guys
Go
see?
into it and then I'll explain what happened with me.
well, you guys know, my whole
I
like
dated
religious.
a girl who had sleep paralysis. She's like, no, like I have sleep paralysis.
See,
all the
this
time."
is not something that you have to me. Like this is shit that is very specific. That is, like it just happens to you randomly.
She had it where it
Sleep
happened to her.
paralysis has become like a term where you just can't sleep and
No,
whatever.
she was awake, like
Right.
wide awake. But
You're
she couldn't
not
move.
really. You're not awake.
You know the last
technically.
part of your dream that you remember, like you feel yourself sleeping, and like
yeah.
if you fall, you like snap out of
Yeah.
it. That's kind of how it is. But you see shit that make you want to claw your eyes out, and you can't move.
But you can't
that's
move.
what she was
and you
saying.
just
Yeah.
She was like, I could not move, and there's someone in the corner.
yeah.
Dead
my
ass getting
room.
attacked.
The
what that
crazy thing,
means.
like I said, I looked into it and these people describe the same figure
hmm
that they see. It's like the same person.
Maybe you guys are cursed.
No.
Maybe you guys are going to hell.
If anybody has going to hell, it's you, man. So.
I'm not going to hell. I decided not
Anyways,
to.
go ahead. And he's uncomfortable. I can tell.
Yeah,
by the way you just
every time you
Yeah.
like talk about like a figure, I get like chills
Okay, so
from
what
like
happened
back
to
of
you?
my neck. Well, like my whole like religious background, whatever.
Mhm.
CP, cured, whatever. I'm a target, whatever you want to call it. I guess when I was a kid, my mother was having a dream. She had like demons circling my crib, whatever. I
Mhm.
was screaming, crying. And she woke up from this dream, and it was like the dream never really ended because the crying like just picked up right where she woke up. And so she like runs into the room, whatever, and I'm just wailing, crying. And I always try to ask my mom like what she saw, and she's like the same thing. She can't describe it. She just knows that like it was one of like the most frightening things that she's ever seen.
Okay.
Basically she describes it as like the Grim Reaper, but as real as you can imagine it. And there are like 2 or 3 of them just like circling my crib as I'm a baby.
Because you're going to hell.
I don't know.
You're born
They
to
want me
chills
there.
too.
They know I'm the party, so they want me down there.
Mike Tyson quote. He said, "If you're favored by God, you're also favored by the devil."
Yeah. See, I'm first draft pick, and they were fighting over it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I was a baby,
It's going to hell.
and I think you guys know the story. When we were moving into I called the Storm Peak house. It had like the wood wallpaper on the room. I don't know how to describe it. It was my mom's second house in Providence. Second house after my parents got
I know
divorced.
which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you got caught with Smokey.
Yeah.
Just bitches, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So that one, when we were moving in, my grandma fell down the steps by the garage door. Do you remember
Right.
that bathroom area down
Yeah.
there? And so, like 2 days after she falls, my mom sees like a dead baby, basically is how she describes it, like a ghost baby with no face. And my grandma is super religious, super into spiritual shit, whatever.
Ex-witch.
No, mother. Her mother was like pentagram in the basement type of witch. Yeah, bad lady. But my mom tells this to her mother, and she's like, "Oh, that makes sense because I was pushed down those stairs." Because she'd gone up those stairs 30 times, bringing boxes, whatever, into our storage closet that was down there. And my mom was like, "Yeah, that was like no big deal." After what I saw, like, around your crib, like that shit didn't scare me.
Right.
It was there as long as I looked at it, and then when I looked back at the TV and looked back, it was gone. And it was just like a 3-4-year-old with no face is how she described it. I tried to ask her, I was like, was it, like in the movies, like transparent, green, white, whatever, like a ghost? She's like, no, it just looked like a person was standing there with no face, just a baby, toddler, whatever.
What the face looked like? Smooth.
Yeah. No, like nose, like literally just like a fucking, I don't know how to describe
Right,
it.
yeah.
Like a mannequin, I guess. And I was like, man, that makes me feel weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I think we all feel weird right
Mhm.
now.
Same house. My mom texted me one night. It's like 3 a.m. It's like summer. I wasn't working yet. I was young, maybe 16. And she's like,
for like 6 years after that. But
she's like, are you home? And I was like, yeah, why? And then I didn't get a response. So I walked into her room, and she's like gasped for air. Like, and I was like, what's going on? She's like, I don't know. I couldn't move. And so she had like a similar sleep paralysis thing where there's just something at the foot of their bed, just like looking at her, like a dark shadow, whatever. And I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. Me, I'm 16, man. I'm playing,
Yeah.
fucking League by myself. Matt's out having sex with whoever. I don't even know. And I'm just hanging out. And my mom's dying in her sleep.
yeah.
And then,
Awake.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like my family that's targeted or
You
what.
guys are all going to
Dude,
hell.
that
That's
is
what it
like-
sounds like.
Yeah. This makes me think of when we were camping in Eagle Valley and we were out by the stars, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And we talked about what we would do if we were like looking at ourselves sleeping and then like the eyes opened and they're just like pitch black. Like we had been like taken over by something, but we're like in third person.
Yeah.
Do you remember that conversation?
I don't know.
I hated that conversation so much.
Like we saw ourselves possessed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That same thing that happened to your mom happened to Tatum when we were living in Chicago. I was playing video games in the front room, and she said that she was screaming for me. And
You can't move.
She couldn't move, and she was screaming for me. And then, yeah,
You walked in the room.
I went in there a little bit later. She didn't like gasp for air or anything, but she was like sleeping, and so I like nudged her, and she was like, kind
Literally, you like flinch.
woke
You
up,
snapped out of
yeah,
it.
she like woke up in a daze, and she was like, "What just happened?" And I was like, "You tell me."
Mhm.
And she was like, "I was just screaming for you. Like, what were you doing?" And I was like, "No, you weren't. I was playing video games." She was like, "There was something just standing at the foot of our bed."
Oh my God.
I had a reoccurring dream with
Not me.
Dude.
my high school ex, the last one.
Okay.
I would like be at their house and somehow I'd end up in like a railroad basement, like trying to run away from like a demon. I would have this dream like 5 or 6 times, and it would always end up in the same like sleep paralysis thing where they like catch me and I can't fucking do anything, and it's just like holding me, and it's giant, like a giant fucking thing. And then all of a sudden, I just like
Shit's never happened.
I've never had this.
I just fucking like snap out of it, and I'm like, oh my god, that was terrible.
Was it a woman? Was it a man?
No gender.
No gender?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
fluid.
non-binary. It's a
Okay.
non-binary.
Binary demon.
I've had that same dream a couple times.
That should be the caption of this one. Non-binary demon.
The most recent one, I was at my mom's current house, and it literally was like I'm awake in like this dream or whatever you want to call it, but it's like I'm tied down, like my hands are by my side, and all I'm doing is like looking up at the ceiling, and I just see this thing, almost like smothering me, like venom would, I guess.
Yeah.
Like just crawling, darkness, and right before it like covers my whole face, I like wake up, and I'm like freaking out because
It's the weirdest thing
You're-
to come out of.
you're
like,
out of
mid-sleep
breath.
and you're
How
like,
crazy would it be if Andrew just disappeared? like we never saw him again, and he's like fighting demons. Like that's like someone like shows up in a black suit and like, hey, obviously you've had the visions, right?
mm-hmm.
You can either choose to
I
fight
honestly
demons
would kill for that.
or abandon your child, your wife.
Way harder than fucking Marines, by the way, or Navy SEALs, whatever. Which I forgot that part of the dark web, by the way. Keep
What?
going if you have a thought.
No,
I'll
but
think of
just and then we just never saw him again. That'd be fucking sick. I would love that.
it. Anyway, dark web. Apparently, there's like links to places, like coordinates that are like sites of like fallen angels and like living demons that you can see and shit like that, like around the world. Like it's just a pin you can go to. It's like another thing that I'm like very curious about. Just like a
Like
longitude, latitude of a pin, and there's a fallen angel there trying to kill you.
or a demon.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's what a fallen angel is.
A fallen angel is a demon?
Yeah,
Okay.
because they didn't like quite make it, so they're like,
okay.
they fell.
yeah, they got traded to Satan.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, I got into that with my mom late at night, Mother's Day night.
I
Just
want to
hanging out at her
say
house.
I had like a sleep paralysis experience when I was younger.
What is sleep? Tell
But
me
I
what sleep
had,
paralysis
so I
is.
had two when me and my ex split up for the second time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the weirdest experience. I woke up out of it and I was just like, I don't even know how to describe it. I couldn't go back to bed.
I don't know the book definition of sleep paralysis.
I don't mean that. I mean
So
you're
this
fucking-
is what it feels like. It
Yeah.
feels like you're in your bed. Like I'm in where I'm sleeping.
You
It
know
feels like you're
what your
waking up.
body's doing.
Yeah, you feel like you're up and everything's going on, but you're not actually up. You're still sleeping. Like you're in a dream almost, but it feels real. So she was like laying on top of me and she was like holding me and we were holding each other. And then I remember being in the dream and I like realized I'm like, this isn't real. This is not happening.
And you recognize a clear face, like it's her.
It was her. It was
That's
her
bad.
without a doubt.
That's bad.
It was her. And then I remember like her looking at me.
So bad. The worst,
And-
actually.
She like said something like, oh, why don't you want to stay with me or something like weird shit. And then like her face turned into like a demon, like a demon's face, but I couldn't move. And I'm like trying to like with everything I fucking have to push this person off of me. I'm like trying and I couldn't. And it's probably like 10 seconds of me just like trying to turn my head, but I can't turn my head. And it's just like staring at me.
She's a
And I just remember like,
120-pound girl.
it's like you're vibrating and I'm like trying. And I finally like woke up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What was that? I remember you
Yeah.
told me you thought she was practicing witchcraft.
I
on
don't
you.
know what the like. Dude, it was
that.
it was the weirdest
I wouldn't-
fucking
I would doubt it.
experience.
Yeah.
And it happened to me again like 2 days later. I don't know if that was just because it was in my head, and it hasn't happened since.
Like, you know how religious my grandma is. She like apparently can like have conversations with like God and shit. Is what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, been spoken to from God, whatever. Carter, you're religious. Is that true? You think that exists?
I mean,
I feel like anybody can have a dream or have
you,
like a
though.
thing and interpret it.
I've never like verbally heard God's voice. No.
Like she claims.
But you can have a dream.
Carter.
Yeah. You can have a dream and
I
interpret
believe
it.
some people can.
Yeah, you can interpret it any way you want. So if you have a dream and somebody's talking to you, you could think, "Oh, that's God talking to me right now."
She claims that when she prayed for Misty to find a nice man, that he told her Eric was going to be the name, and she's married to fucking Eric.
If that's
I don't
true,
know.
that's nuts.
But so knowing that,
Eric.
Eric. This is serious, man. It's not a
yeah,
joke.
come on, dude.
Dude,
My
it's
family
serious.
here. I asked her because my grandfather died 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. So I asked her, I was like, oh,
That's not funny. His grandpa died.
they're laughing about the Eric thing.
Grandpa's dead.
I asked her if he had ever come to her in any dreams. All right. I hate you guys. You'll see, Logan. You'll see.
I hope not, man.
I'm gonna do a chant tonight, and all my demons are gonna go to you.
Nah,
I'm gonna pass them.
it's not happening, dude.
Grandpa's dead.
We knew it was dead, dude. Doesn't apply. The Eric thing's different.
Okay, continue because I'm really intrigued. I know he's just joking.
I had asked her if like my grandpa had ever come to her like in any. God damn it, Logan. Let it out.
I didn't even so loud.
You okay?
No, we're good.
We're
okay, we're good. We're good.
Keep going.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I won't drink
You're
anymore.
soaking wet.
I won't drink anymore. Oh man, that's so funny.
I had asked her, okay, if he had come to her in any dreams or anything, like if she had talked to him since he passed. And she was like, "Oh God, I hope not. Like I hope that never happens." Because apparently, if you recognize people that have died, it's like not actually them. It's like an evil spirit, like pretending to try to get you to do something else, kind of thing.
Oh shit!
And so she's like, "Yeah, no, I've never communicated with him. I never talked to him. Nothing like that." And so that's why I was like, "Oh, I wonder if that applies to like alive people, also."
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Like if somebody has left your life, you know, obviously your ex or whatever, and you're seeing her clear face turn to a demon, it's probably not like a good sign.
I don't know what that means. I still don't know what it means.
I would assume it's not very good.
I equate it as just like my own, like that was my own. Like I don't.
You were
know.
just thinking about her extra that day, and you just
Maybe.
had a bad dream.
And like that was like a demon coming in her shape. I don't know.
The sex was good though.
Sex was great. Yeah. Sex was really good.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That makes sense.
That checks out. The whole
Sex
succubus
was
thing
really
is real.
good.
So you guys, you've never had anything. I know, obviously, Bo has. I guess now.
I want to say it happened to me when I was younger too, but I don't necessarily remember the figure as much. But it was like something that happened when I was younger.
I saw a UFO once.
No, you haven't.
I have.
Did God tell you?
Swear to God, I saw a UFO.
Did he say that?
Me and my dad.
Aliens.
This guy's over here.
Oh, now it's not funny.
Talk about a faceless child. Oh my God, I saw a faceless child. My
Not
mom was
me.
paralyzed.
I mean, my mom.
So this is what I'm. So me and my dad were driving down Durango.
My dad and I.
Me and my dad were driving down Durango. I can't believe you did that. You are apostrophe. That's you. So me and my dad were driving down Durango, and we saw like a bunch of lights in the sky, like out of nowhere, just fucking a perfect shape of like a U, but there was no lights there ever. It's like right next to our house. It's like in the farm area. You know, like right. We know where I live.
Yeah.
Just down,
All the way down.
The edge
all
of
the way
Durango.
down.
Okay.
But fucking huge. And we're like, what the fuck?
Like
was
close to the ground or just big lights?
big lights, but like probably 2 miles above the ground.
Like airplane height, maybe?
Not like up, like the house is right here, but they're big. So it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Huge though.
Like the moon is close.
Like exactly,
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
like that, but like big lights. So my dad and I were like, what the fuck is this? We keep driving and they just disappear. And we're like, what did we just see? We just keep driving down the road. I see those exact same lights in a new UFO documentary that just dropped. Like the exact same shape. And I'm like,
It's all kind of dark web shit, dude.
what?
We should all just get on the dark
I'm
web.
like, what? But so like my dad
There's
and
countless
I
videos.
both saw this. It wasn't just me. I couldn't drive. I was fucking 11.
we were talking to somebody, our solar people, and they were having the same kind of story, right? Were you there for that?
I don't know.
Drake was talking about it?
No, Drake was telling us his story.
That's what I'm saying. It sounded similar to what you just
So
described.
I saw like these weird lights, but they just disappeared. My dad and I drove all the way down the road, and there's no lights
at all.
at all.
Anything.
No like fucking light.
No
buildings.
trail of it leaving. It just bink.
But
gone.
like bink. But like the thing is, there's no lights there. There's no like
There's nothing there that could have created
that could
that
create
light.
light, essentially. So we're just like, but me and him were just like, what the fuck did we just see?
Dark web's got that answer, dude.
So, but no, the documentary just came out that showed the exact same pattern of lights that we saw. And we're like, oh fuck, maybe we saw that. I don't know. But long story short, one of our coworkers him and our other coworker were driving from Colorado to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the sky, they saw this giant white orb the size of the fucking moon. Wasn't the moon though. It was a little dot that turned into the size of like the moon on like
So it
a
just
full
got
moon
bigger and
night.
bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was growing and growing, and through it looked like a fucking. They said a train was like it looked like lights were pouring out of the circle, like a
They
train.
described it like
was,
train lights, not like an actual. They saw a train, but like the lights coming through.
like
Is there a whistle?
not a whistle. There's no whistle.
Okay.
No.
Dude, it's a valid question. You're talking
valid
train.
question. Valid question.
But like basically in the middle of the sky, a little dot like a star turned into the size
It's
of
just
like
getting
a full
bigger,
moon,
growing.
but bright white light, and out of that whole circle were lights pouring out as if a train was pulling through it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, no, fucking, we saw some crazy shit.
It's there.
So it's just interesting. It's all interesting.
I told Kevin the dark web story.
Mm-hmm.
He did his own research. Huge wormhole guy. He's talking to me 3 a.m. on like a Sunday.
Who's Kevin?
Mom's boyfriend.
Okay.
The one that's like 20 years younger.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
younger.
Yeah.
And he ended up finding like dark web stories of clips of people hunting mythical creatures, like quote unquote evidence, like Bigfoot killings. Like there's more than one Sasquatch that exists. And so now I'm like, dude, I gotta fucking.
We
know
need
if
to
this
hop
shit's
on
real,
this.
man. Can you imagine like Sasquatch exists?
What if we just put all the dark web findings onto this? That's our new thing.
We could. Just new episode every week.
Yeah.
This link, go here in description.
Just type it out for him.
Yeah. Here's how to do it.
Yeah.
We'll be in jail. I guess the dude who made like Silk Road or whatever, because it got shut down, he got arrested. He was big on no people selling. It was like the one thing that he wouldn't do. No trafficking.
No human trafficking.
Mm-hmm. Anything else was good. Body parts, drugs, it doesn't matter. But no people. It's like crazy that shit lasted so long, and the government literally could not do anything about it. They just can't.
That's a good rule.
Mhm.
No human trafficking. No live human.
Yeah.
Parts, that's okay.
Parts are fine.
If you find a part
You're saving lives
and
the
you
other
can
way.
sell it,
Mm-hmm.
might as well.
This guy needs a kidney? Sure.
This guy wants to eat a kidney?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
He's hungry.
Yeah.
20 grand for a kidney meal. Okay.
That's fair.
We got any other topics?
Yeah.
Jesus,
I
man.
hope so.
Fuck.
We've been on a dark road this
Yeah,
morning.
this is a dark
we
episode.
should label this episode dark, disturbing,
Web
supernatural.
No, something.
Something-
Throw something else in there.
recourse. Sex with the internet.
Don't
That's good.
Don't watch this episode.
Yes. I would
Sex
like
on the dark web.
If you guys have any of your own supernatural experiences, write them in.
You know,
Let us know.
Okay, think of a girl we know played soccer. MB,
Yeah,
first
yeah,
name.
Yeah, looks just
They-
like the brother.
They were like haunted.
yeah.
Did you ever hear those stories?
I've heard that. Yeah,
Their whole
I've
family.
never heard these.
Their whole family was fucking haunted.
yeah.
Like,
Really?
actually, like every house they went to.
Who did the bad thing?
I
Who
don't know.
knows?
I actually don't think you get haunted out of luck. I don't think so. I think it's deserved. Like you did something to earn that.
I think your family is bad people.
I think so. I think somebody before me is very bad
Yeah.
for sure. And I'm gonna chalk it up to my grandma's mom.
Or they were really good. Demons are coming after
I
you.
don't think the pentagram in the basement thing is like a good sign.
That's true. That is true.
Dead ass.
I
it's
think
there.
if anything, it shows how strong she was. The grandma who's got a pentagram in the basement.
Well, she succumbed to it.
She's so strong. She was such a force in the market that her family's paying for it.
Mm.
I don't think that's.
She was just such
I don't
a
know if that
fucking
applies, but
baller
okay.
in
I
demon
think that's how
play.
it works.
Just a baller.
We have any like sexual topics or anything?
Yeah.
You know, like light.
Maybe we should chalk this episode.
Here, I got you guys.
I like this. I'm having fun.
I do. Yeah.
No, I could just talk about this all day.
We prayed through this house when we first got it.
You what?
Prayed through it. I had my grandma come out. She's like a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
She did definitely, pray for some weird shit. But she
This
also
house is fertile. I want this house to be fertile.
pretty much, pretty much. But she said that she didn't feel anything leave here. Like when you're literally supposed to open a window or a door to let the bad shit out.
Yeah.
But at my mother's house, she had my mom, Misty, my aunt, and my grandma in there. The stronger, the more people there, the stronger the prey is.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess in synchronization when she finished the prayer, like everybody, like huge sigh of relief, like shit left. It's crazy. I guess.
Pushed.
Like, oh my God, like the bad shit left kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I guess my mom was having like a sleep paralysis issue at her current house like a couple months after she moved in. So that's why she called my grandma in. But since then, I guess she hasn't had any issues since the pray through. But I guess when like new people come into your house, you're supposed to redo that.
I was thinking about you saying grandpa dies again.
They bring bad shit with you.
Grandpa's gonna.
All right, Carter, get me out of here, man.
I was gonna say, I mean, you guys also know him. His mom had like some crazy supernatural God talking to her thing happen, to where I guess she was in a mall and she's in a store and
Buy this shirt.
no, she heard like a voice like kind of slowly talking to her like, you need to get out of the store, you need to get out of the mall, and like it just kind of kept getting louder and louder. And this was before she was like a God person, like God follower, Jesus follower or anything. And so she like didn't think anything of it.
Don't tell me it's the mall shooting.
No. It's, I mean, similar, but like she was like in the store and like, it just kept telling her to get out. And eventually it like was like yelling at her, the voice, and was like, you need to get out of here right now. And so she like grabbed all her stuff and ran out. And as she was running out of the store, and you can look it up, like you can look up, she'll tell you the name of the mall, and you can look up the news story. A plane, like a little, like 2-seater plane, crashed into the mall, like we're in the store.
In the store?
At. Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say like cordyceps.
I got chills again.
yeah, but
I don't buy it.
That shit is so fucking insane to me.
It's a money play.
There's a reason every time we like. Doesn't matter who. Every time I talk about this shit, I just get goosebumps repeatedly.
I
fucking
my eyes
hate
been
it.
watering.
It makes,
I've been
it makes me
chills.
so uncomfortable. And your soul's gone.
Yeah, your soul's done.
She
dude.
literally ruined your life. That's why you smoke now.
Which one ruined it?
The only one.
Tatum's
The only
dad
one.
also, so he's a pastor, and so he one time, one of the families they were close with when they lived in Kentucky, their son got in like a really bad car crash, and he was in a coma, and so he like went to the hospital and prayed for him, and was like just hanging out in a hospital room with him for a while, just praying like the whole time. And he was in the coma, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks. And when he came out of it, he was like, they were talking to him, and he was like, oh yeah, like I want to talk to Ty, like he came by. And they were like, how do you know that? And yeah, I guess it was like 2 weeks after he came by, and they're like, oh yeah, like he came and he prayed for me, and like he was like
Maybe he touched his wiener.
He like knew exactly what he said and like all this stuff.
Well, no,
Maybe he remembered the
that's
boner.
the crazy thing about when you're in a coma. A lot of people are conscious in the coma.
They could still.
No, like they can hear you, but they can't speak. That's a really fucked up thing that happens when like you're in a coma. A lot of people have like basically like
out
no,
of body
like,
experiences.
no, they were there. They're like, no, I just could not speak.
It's just like your eyes are closed.
I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything, but I could hear everything that's going on.
Sleep paralysis.
I heard this guy that was like, my mom, like the doctor was like, yeah, you should let him go. You should like just let him die. And his mom's like, no, I won't let him go. Da, da, da. And then he's still like, now he's a person again.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I heard that.
He's like, yeah, no, thank God for mom, because I was fucking in there, like just listening to the whole conversation. but I
You're just in a
couldn't fucking-
cocoon,
Yeah, literally,
waiting to flourish,
literally just in a cocoon.
bloom into a beautiful butterfly
Yeah,
of life.
fly.
You know what they say, dude? You can lead a horse to water, but
But
you can't make him drink.
That's what they say.
There you go.
That is what they say.
Oh man.
All right, you guys want to call the episode, or do you guys
Yeah.
want to go one more question?
All right,
How
I'm,
many-
I'm,
yeah.
I'm down for
a
one
white
more.
note.
I'm down for
Yeah.
one more.
White
how
note.
many animals would you blow in them?
You can blow
All right.
one animal.
Yeah,
Here
what
we go.
animal would it be?
So we got a
Dolphin.
Freaky Friday.
Dolphin?
Yeah, I'd fucking blow the shit out of a dolphin.
Do you guys
Because
want to
they're
go off
conscious.
that question, or
They're
do you guys
conscious.
want me to give you one?
No, go ahead, Carter.
Okay, so we got a Freaky Friday situation with your mom. So you and your mom swap bodies, and
Dogging out.
your dad starts trying to have sex with your mom. What are you doing?
I want to see. I want to
you
see what my
having-
dad's got.
You having sex with your
And I'm
mom
my
with your
mom.
dad as your mom?
Yeah, I want to see what my dad's got, for sure.
No,
Really?
no. I know they get down still.
I'm
like,
I'm fucking your dad in my mom's body for sure. I want to see what they got.
nope.
You guys say my dad's got a big wiener. I don't think he does.
I think he does.
I don't
wanna
think
test
so.
I don't think it's huge. I just think it's like, oh wow, okay, Adam.
Hey,
Well,
good for you, Adam.
He's like 5'9", so it might look bigger.
Good for you.
But I mean, 5.5 inch penis isn't shit.
You seen your dad's penis?
From what I remember as a kid, I think it'd be like around there.
Yeah.
It's so. I mean, I don't know.
This is where we're going after all that shit we were talking about.
I feel like other people's wieners look bigger than yours, and that's just a fact. And I don't know what it is. Like
It's your point of view.
if you were to see your same size penis on
Same
like
thing
a
as when you're in
video,
the gym, you know, and you see somebody else.
They're bigger than me
They're bigger
all the
than
time.
you. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're not.
I think it's the same with penis.
Yeah, it might be the same with penis.
And I had the
I hope so.
conversation with my dad today about how big my brother's penis is. Apparently, he had no idea how big his fucking son's penis was.
Your dad didn't know?
No, I can't believe he's never heard the story. We were, I was maybe 15, 16.
Yeah.
You were in that group chat,
Yeah.
right?
Were you in that group chat?
Oh, yeah.
That was back when it was fun.
Oh
Yeah.
It was
man,
all of us. We used to play tennis back then.
That was tennis group chat.
hmm And we were just sending pictures of each other as kids. So it was funny. We were ugly, stupid, whatever.
I remember that Fisherman Mo.
2016.
Yeah,
That was her
good.
name in my phone, too.
Yeah, Fisherman Mo.
Yeah.
My brother's girlfriend sent the worst picture ever.
I don't know what
of
she thought
somebody.
she was getting out of that.
It was on accident.
No, it wasn't. She
Yes.
sent two different pictures.
She,
Yeah, it was
she,
the
She
mirror
sent
picture?
one, the mirror picture, and then she
And
sent
then the water bottle picture.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. It wasn't
That's
an
not
no,
accident.
no, no.
accident.
I'm talking about Fisherman Mo.
Oh yeah. That was when the iPhone.
Yes.
If you pressed a certain thing, you got people to take the front cam picture.
The camera like right above the
Yeah,
text
yeah,
chat.
yeah.
It would
There's,
send
like,
it
an update.
once you took it.
Yeah.
And it was like her just like dumbfounded looking at her screen.
Bad. It was bad.
Just the worst picture
That
of
was
somebody
Fisherman Mo.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was bad.
I've ever seen. And we were just clowning the shit out of her after that. And so
Look at that. In my phone right now.
still
Carter
Fisherman
Zimmerman.
Mo.
Fisherman Mo.
Still there. I see it. So she decides to get back at her boyfriend at the time for making fun of her for that awful picture.
Get back at him.
Yeah, by sending his fucking nudes. Yeah, it's there. I still have it too.
He still has the picture up there.
Yeah. Sending my brother's nudes in a group chat of all of his friends. And to her surprise, it fucking worked out for him because he has the biggest penis I've ever seen out of somebody I know in
That's
real
your
life.
brother.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry. He took
At
it
least
all.
it was two different colors. We had that.
Yeah, we called him
Two-tone
Two-Tone
Matt.
Matt for a long time.
At least we had something to go off of.
His base was a little darker than like the second half.
Try to knock him down wherever
Yeah.
we
Bad
could.
Yeah.
circumcision or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Extra scarring.
Yeah.
But I was
just
trying
a
to
big
explain
penis.
that story to my dad, and he didn't know how to react. His firstborn son has a giant fucking cock piece on him, and he didn't know what to do. He was probably upset because my dad must not have a giant penis.
Yeah.
And that's why I pieced it together today.
So how'd that go?
I got my dad's penis.
How'd that go?
He looked at me very wide-eyed. Like, what are you saying right now?
So what? You just walk into his. You walk in.
I was in his office.
You walk into his office,
Mhm.
and you're like, "Yeah, Dad." So like, what's up with Matt's dick?
I was like, well, Matt got all the penis of the family. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't know? You really don't know how big your son's wiener is? It's giant, Dad.
What does he do?
What are you talking about? That's all I could say. What are you saying? Like, I was crazy.
Like you're not.
I was crazy. My
Yeah.
brother didn't. Yeah, like I didn't know he had a huge fucking penis on him. And so I started breaking it down. I was like, look, nobody was meant to know. But his girlfriend sent a picture. And it was neck down, full body in the mirror, dick out. And then the next one was like chest down, thumb on the penis. And the thumb looked like a baby hand. His penis was so big. It looked like a toddler holding a snake. His penis is so big.
An anaconda.
Literally
Yeah.
a giant fucking meat piece. And I don't know what to do about it.
So
other
you
than
asked your
just
dad,
be
like,
sad.
Hey, Dad, like, what? Why didn't you give me any?
Yeah. And I was like, I must have got your dick. Matt must have got mom's dad's penis. Because mine does not look like that.
You're as shocked as I am about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And all he can do is like, what are you talking about? And that might have been like a ploy, like playing coy. Just I got no idea how big his penis is.
Because he looks like Matt.
He does.
And you
They
look
look
like
the
your
exact
mom.
same.
Identical.
Yeah.
They look identical.
You got your mom's penis,
Mhm.
And Matt got your dad's penis.
Literally.
He didn't want to tell you that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. I mean, so
Maybe that's
what
why I was
happened.
confused. Like, you don't have it.
You
too?
don't have the big old
Have
dick.
what we have.
I don't think my dad has a big penis.
You don't have that
dude.
big old wrestler rod.
I got the wrestler rod. It's not.
The O'Connell.
That's
The O'Connell Hoggle.
should have been my name, dude. Yeah, my brother's got a giant fucking meat,
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
and now my dad knows.
I'm so glad I only have sisters. I've got the biggest dick among my siblings.
I don't
dude.
know, dude.
Easy.
I feel like your oldest sister's got a giant clit.
She may have, but I have the biggest penis across the family.
It does suck
hands
knowing your
down.
brother has a bigger dick than you.
Yeah.
You think your dad's got a little wiener? You think I had a bigger than him?
I saw his penis when I was a boy.
I think it's bigger in comparison. You know.
When I was a boy,
Comparison to his
his
whole
penis
body.
was big
Yeah.
to me. I was like, what the fuck?
Dad.
Dad, what the heck? You're Filipino. Why is that so? What the heck?
That's crazy to me.
And he's so confident, like so happy and like go lucky. It's like you gotta. It's 'cause
Your dad's just lovey.
Yeah.
you gotta just have a big old penis because that.
Well,
You got-
especially because
you
there's
have
swingers.
you have no envy. You know what I mean? There's no envy in him. He's not worried about anyone
True.
else. He's not. He's very just. He's
It's
not
a
even
good
like.
point.
He's not even like. There's zero like worry.
Animosity.
Zero animosity.
care.
in his whole body.
He's him, and
Which
that's all he wants
means-
to be.
He's got a big dick.
He's got a huge, you know.
Big dick.
He's got a hog, and he's got big calves.
He has the big calves.
So it's like 1 + 2
Mm.
equals 4.
You didn't get the big dick. You didn't get the big calves.
No,
But you're not 5'7".
but I'm taller than him.
Yes.
But I'm
So-
taller than him.
That's good.
Not a bad trade off.
Hey, you gotta take what you can
You
get.
got to take what you can get.
You know what I mean?
I took tight over my
Hey, we
dad
turn
too.
this episode around.
Play your
it
game.
around.
Carter, just clip the second half.
Sex,
We
come,
turned
come,
this
sex,
around.
anal, come. Yeah, that's all we need.
All right. Well, that's all we got for you guys.
That
this
turned
episode.
around, guys. That turned around.
Again, demon confessions. You got them out there. Let us know.
MB.
Which
Yeah.
Soccer.
we'll just we'll title this
Type in your life.
"Sex with Demons."
Yep. There we go.
There you go. Take us out, Carter. Dun, dun. I got it too.
Oh.